Have you ever wondered how some people, just 1% of the population, seem to move faster, earn bigger, and make smarter decisions in life and money? What if I told you they're not always more educated or more talented, but they think differently? They rely on something the average person ignores: mental models. These are not just positive thinking tips. These are strategic thinking frameworks used by hedge fund billionaires, tech moguls, and global leaders that silently accelerate their wealth, decision-making, and power. And today, we're uncovering those mental models that the top 1% follow. Apply just one, and you'll think differently. Apply all 10, and you won't recognize your life a year from now. If you're serious about building wealth and breaking free from money problems, hit that subscribe button. We've got powerful content lined up to fuel your journey. Let's dive into mental model number 1, but stay till the end, because last model is one that billionaires swear by, but most people have never even heard of it. Number 1, second-order thinking. A young startup founder in Austin, Texas named Mariah was offered a $400,000 investment to scale her business. Her friends screamed, "Take it, you need the cash." But she paused. Instead of looking just at the immediate result, first order, she asked, "What happens next? If I give equity now, how will this affect future funding rounds? Control, vision." She walked away from the deal. 6 months later, she secured $1.2 million on better terms, with full control. Most people only think one step ahead. Rich people play the long game. Second-order thinking is about predicting consequences of consequences. We ask, what's the benefit now? Not, what could this cost me later? Before any decision, investment, job, relationship, ask, and then what? Would you eat fast food every day if you saw the hospital bills in advance? Long-term thinking is a competitive advantage. Number 2, inversion. The average person jumps into the pool and hopes they can swim. The rich check for sharks first. Here's a weird truth. Most people chase success by asking, how can I make this work? But the ultra-rich, they flip the question. They ask, how could this fail? That's inversion, one of the most underrated mental models in wealth creation. It's used by hedge fund managers, Silicon Valley founders, and even Warren Buffett's partner, Charlie Munger, who famously said, "All I want to know is where I'm going to die, so I'll never go there." Most people run headfirst into decisions, starting a business, investing in stocks, even choosing a partner, without stopping to look at worst-case outcomes. And when it crashes, they say, "I didn't see it coming." But that's exactly the problem. They never looked. Let's be honest. How many people invest in a trending stock because it's going up, only to watch it nosedive and wipe out $10,000 overnight? Inversion forces you to prepare for the downside before the downside hits. It's not negative thinking, it's profit-protecting thinking. In a world full of hype, inversion is your defense system. Before starting a business, write down the top 5 reasons it could fail and plan how to prevent each. Inversion saves you from emotional and financial disasters. But what if you can't see the real issue? That's where model number 3 changes everything. First principles thinking. Most people try to get rich by copying what already exists. They ask, how can I improve this? The 1%, though, ask a far deeper question. What are the raw, undeniable truths here? That's first principles thinking, a method used by Elon Musk to build Tesla when everyone said it was impossible. While other car companies asked, how can we make electric cars cheaper? Musk broke it down. What are the basic components of a car and what do those actually cost? Instead of assuming batteries would always be expensive, he researched the materials, nickel, cobalt, lithium, and realized he could build them from scratch far cheaper. Result: Tesla became a $900 billion revolution, not just another car company. First principles thinking says, burn the fluff, find the foundation, then build. It's not about being smarter. It's about asking better questions. Want to earn more? Don't ask, how do I get a raise? Ask, what creates income in the first place? The answer: solving problems, providing value, building leverage. Strip the concept to its base truth, then reconstruct your path. This is why tech founders, angel investors, and deep thinkers dominate long-term wealth. They're not playing today's game. They're building tomorrow's rules. Number 4. AAMs Razor. Ever heard this? If there are multiple solutions, the simplest one is usually right. That's AAMs Razor, a powerful mental model the 1% use to slice through noise, distractions, and decision fatigue. While most people complicate wealth building with layers of apps, hacks, and jargon, the rich quietly ask, what's the simplest path that actually works? Because success loves clarity, not complexity. Want proof? Take real estate moguls. They don't use 17 income apps to track cash flow. They buy undervalued properties, fix them up, rent them out, and hold long-term. Simple, boring, consistent, and worth millions. But here's the real trap most fall into: complexity bias. It's the belief that if it's more complicated, it must be better. So people try 4 passive income ideas, 3 side hustles, day trading, and a new crypto coin, all in the same week. Then wonder why they're exhausted, broke, and overwhelmed. Simplicity isn't cool, but it's insanely profitable. Choose one wealth path and stick to it for 90 days, then see what happens. The 1% don't do more things. They do fewer things better. But sometimes the real power lies in not doing something. Curious? That's where we go next. Number 5. Want to be rich? Start saying no to 97% of things. Steve Jobs was a master of no. When he returned to Apple in 1997, he was shocked to find the company making over 350 products. He slashed them down to just 10, focusing entirely on a few brilliant ideas. That bold rejection of more saved Apple and led to the launch of the iMac, iPod, and iPhone. Today, Apple is worth over $2.5 trillion. Jobs once said, "Innovation is saying no to 1,000 things." Saying no isn't rejection, it's redirection. It's choosing to trade temporary dopamine for long-term dominance. It's how creators write best-selling books, how freelancers grow to $20K per month retainers, and how founders scale businesses to 7 figures without burning out. Your energy is currency. Spend it with intent. The 1% understand that saying no today is how you say yes to wealth, freedom, and impact tomorrow. Have a decision filter. Ask, does this get me closer to my 6-month goal? If not, say no. Unless it's a hell yes, it's a no. Number 6. Leverage thinking. Here's a dangerous lie we're all sold. Hard work equals success. But the top 1% knows something different. Hard work alone keeps you tired, not wealthy. What really creates exponential wealth? Leverage thinking. It's the mindset of using systems, tools, people, and media to get 100x results from the same 1x effort. Think about it. The average person pushes the boulder uphill daily. The rich build a ramp and let gravity do the work. Most people think like workers. The wealthy think like multipliers. And that shift changes everything. Imagine 2 people selling the same product. One knocks on 100 doors every week. The other builds a landing page, runs $200 in ads, and reaches 10,000 people while sleeping. One is hustling. The other is leveraging. That's the difference between being self-employed and being self-scaling. Outsource tasks under $20 per hour. Your focus is worth more. Use money to make money. Invest in dividend stocks, real estate, or build a team. Build content that works while you sleep. YouTube videos, ebooks, courses, blog posts. The rich don't work harder. They work through systems. Leverage lets you multiply your impact, income, and influence without multiplying stress. Let's be real. The game isn't about working more. It's about thinking better. Want more value-packed content like this? Then subscribe, and share this video. It's a small gesture that fuels massive impact. Remember, protect your time. Think from first principles. Cut the clutter. Multiply your effort. That's not a theory. That's the shortcut to freedom. Our wealthy discussion will continue in the next video. Until then, keep building wealth.